Hello. Okay, so 2 weeks on my mini cut. I'm gonna say how I'm feeling, if I'm gonna tweak anything. I'm standing because I've been sitting most of the morning and I just wanna stand. So anyways, 2 weeks. As far as weight loss, I weighed in 2 weeks ago, 145, I'm 144. This morning, I am on my period, so there's that. I'm sure I'm holding on to some weight there, not really that the weight, the scales, whatever, it's gonna do its thing. I'm feeling really good in energy, actually. The first week, I honestly didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it because my energy was so low and I just felt like shit. And I'm like, I'm not sacrificing me feeling good for this, you know? But then I don't really know what happened. I don't know if my body was just like, okay, this is what we're working with now, so let's get used to it, or what. But the second week I felt really, really great. Energy's great. My workouts have been great. Like, I haven't sacrificed anything in my workouts. I thought I was gonna have to stop working out as much, and I thought I was gonna have to stop doing as much cardio, which I haven't been doing much cardio, which I kind of think for this second half I'm gonna flip. I just love strength training, but my strength training isn't going anywhere. I mean, my strength isn't going anywhere is what I want to say. So I could, you know, scale back a little bit and I'm still going to keep my strength. So I think I'm going to focus more on some cardio these next 2 weeks just to see the scale move a little bit more, because that was kind of the point. But I am feeling really, really great, and all of my clothes fit really good around my waist. Like, I don't feel like I'm bulging out of anything. So we're really comfortable there. I definitely can tell in, you know, my body. I know my body. So I can definitely tell that I am getting, you know, a little leaner in areas. Yeah, so overall it's been going really well. I do want to, basically changes that I want to make for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm going to try, I say this all the time, but then I just end up going to lift. I'm going to try and focus my workouts a little bit more cardio. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more of like steady state cardio, and then some HIIT stuff. Not much, maybe like 1 to 2 sessions of HIIT a week. Start incorporating that so I can see some more just weight loss, because that's the goal of this. And then what else? Oh yes, with my nutrition, I'm going to rein it in just a little bit more, okay? Because, you know, I mentioned, like, I'm not really trying to give up lots of things, although I have given up a lot of my snacky snacks. Like I mentioned, I'm very proud of myself. I would normally, you know, like, I mean, I was maintaining, so I would work out every day and, you know, I would just grab a little snacky snack if I wanted to. But I've really been dialing that in, and we went out to get like food and I didn't get a margarita like I wanted to. So I'm very, very proud of myself for that. Like, I have made small changes, but I still am like, let me see, what am I doing? Like, I'm still having my wine, I'm still having my popcorn and my little chocolates at night. But that's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, that's like, I'm talking about, like, that's my popcorn at night. It's like 150 calories, you know what I mean? Like, maybe 20 grams of carbs. Like, it's nothing drastic. But in a traditional, like, cut, you know, you're supposed to cut out everything. So I'm just kind of doing this my way and seeing how it's going to work for me, and yeah, just kind of experimenting with it. So that's kind of where I am. This is week 2 and down 1 pound, but I'm not really sure how the scale is going to fluctuate right now because, like I said, I am on my period, so feeling a little bloaty there. So I'll definitely, I wasn't weighing myself every week. Like, this is the first time I weighed myself since 2 weeks ago. So I didn't want to do it every week just because it's not much to really see, but I will do it next week just to see once I come off my cycle if anything else happens. And yeah, I'm drinking 100 something ounces of water a day, getting my steps in. So I'm going for a walk pretty much every day. Even on the weekends, I'm going for a walk. So that's another thing I've kind of changed. On the weekends, I wouldn't always go for a walk. So I'm going for a walk even on the weekends. And then, yeah, for these next 2 weeks, which I think I might do 6 weeks. I'm not really sure. I have some things coming up the end of July. So I don't know if I want to be doing this for that, but we'll see. I am going to dial in my nutrition just a little tiny bit more because I know I can do a little bit better there. Like I said, I have been giving up some things, but I haven't sacrificed really all that much. to be considered a mini cut, especially because, like I mentioned, this is for like very small amount of weight loss. Like I'm trying to lose maybe like 5 pounds here, you know? So if I was gonna lose 5 pounds, then I would have already done that in my maintenance, if that makes any sense at all, because my maintenance calories are gonna be so close to like those 5 pounds is gonna be so hard to lose. I don't think I'm explaining that right. So the last 5 pounds are the hardest because that's literally like just the why am I so stuck? So the last 5 pounds are the hardest because that is literally just like the last little bit of everything you're doing. So that is where like your popcorn at night lies. That is where your glass of wine lies. That is where your, you know, little tiny little bits lie. That's what those 5 pounds are. And that's what I'm saying that I don't want to give up. So I'm kind of like stuck in the middle here. So I'm glad I got that out. Jeez. So yeah, so that's where I'm struggling, but I'm still not going to give up everything because I want to prove that you can do this mini cut with not giving up absolutely everything. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, but I am going to dial it in a little bit more, and I might start recording my food so that way you can see what a day of me eating mostly nutritious food looks like and having that like little bit of whatever I want. And then I don't do this every day, but just most days. And the wine, I did dial that back to 1 to 2 times a week. I would normally drink like a glass of wine pretty much every night with dinner. So I have dialed things back, you know what I mean? But I can dial them back just a little bit longer, a little bit more, and not feel restricted. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, and I think I might start doing videos of my food so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about whenever I say mostly nutritious food, and then I add a little bit of stuff here and there. So plan for the next 2 weeks. Need to be held accountable. So continue my workouts. Try to shift a little bit more to cardio rather than strength training most times. I'm still going to strength train, but I'm talking about like 2 strength training sessions a week, maybe 3 cardio sessions a week. And then... oh, I thought my nail chipped. And then dialing back that nutrition just a little bit. So those are a couple things that I want to focus on going into the 2nd week, and then we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is just really important, and it's fine. Like, you're gonna see what works for you, and then in 2 weeks you can like, you know, shift it a little bit. I mean, doing a mini cut, you don't have that much time to, like, let's say you were doing like a 12-week cut, you know, that's a long time. But in that, you have like a month to see how something's working. And if you're losing too much weight, then you can change things. And if you're not losing enough weight, then you can change things again. So that's the benefit of doing it for longer, and just kind of the bad thing about doing it for such a short amount of time, because you don't really have much time to know if something's really working, you know? But anyways, that's what I feel like is the right way to go. That's going to be my path, and that's what I'm doing. So stay tuned for the next 2 weeks. Peace.